Because in my DM on social media, or even Twitter, for the media, because there's just a flood, a deluge of messages all the time. People with different questions, sometimes questions that many answers to. But these people have reached out and they think that they've put you on a certain pedestal and they think you will have an answer for them. And most of the time, many answers. Most of the time, questions don't be but me experience it. A lot of the time, women who are looking for jobs, and say somebody wants to exchange the position for sex. I have never experienced that in my life. You may start to say me or bema be any waka say mami say ansana. Mama we juma. It's never happened to me. So when it happens to another woman and another woman comes to me for advice, I struggle to give advice because I haven't lived that experience.
LORDSON TV Promise.
As usual, Enra United Showbiz Echo so ewo UTV so nebusuya Empress Gifty adoye eje negwa otrase. Nenwa da a lot of people and as a guest omo bepie mu ewo United Showbiz so na eyenika amuka e dance ubehu the life of Nanaba Anamoah. The general manager Edema GH1 TV sanso ana ohima we yeje enso ho vida aduchum wa eye Arnold Bulldog ana Ola Michaels omo anenwa dom kwa Empress Gifty ehoma chinchim eye United Showbiz jumedie no ewo UTV so nabusua nanaba na mo kan simbi Ghana for ho adwurom obekai say eye afi 2024 April May eye nsem bi trendy pa wo social media no so na e fana na ba na mwane goddess daughter say wa am here ho one eye Henry Fitz na busu nsem ne koina eko no nsem bi ebeto odwa say sebio na ba na mo hui no ono ana wo ye sebi jantre ni a wo training eye upcoming journalist the hanse wa ba media ni woni de wakwa kwhye nsa obe training obeka se faha sene ha we wosika yesei ubenya adwuma ubenya sigi ubeyesei na no aneno adade okopie mu ewo UTV so ebusua odinsembi agufo o se me na ba Anamoah. I don't depend on a guy's money. I work hard to achieve nyema owo na busua enya no nkono waka nsama waka eni expose a waye wo social media no so do enya asem ketwa LORDSON TV Promise any entertainment news, educating, informing the say announcer everything aka. Yenya to boy say yunkuti na naba na morning simbia or the atuja embra.
Because it only gives me enough time to think through what I want to do, even though sometimes I check. But I procrastinate, but I've never made any effort to change that part of me. Until for 10 years, every year I say, oh, I'll do this thing, because I was looking for a certain direction and a certain inspiration. Until I leave, and then in the middle of the night, I just had an epiphany that this is the time to do it, and it was in December. And so I just thought, okay, so this epiphany was the light for me. And so I decided this is it, I have to do it. And I did it because in my DM on social media, or even Twitter, for the media, because there's just a flood, a deluge of messages all the time. People with different questions, sometimes questions that many answers to. But these people have reached out and they think that they've put you on a certain pedestal and they think you will have an answer for them. And most of the time, many answers. Most of the time, questions don't be but me experience it. A lot of the time, women who are looking for jobs, and say somebody wants to exchange the position for sex. I have never experienced that in my life. You may start to say me or bema be any waka say mami say ansana. Mama we juma. It's never happened to me. So when it happens to another woman and another woman comes to me for advice, I struggle to give advice because I haven't lived that experience. I think so. I mean, all the points that have been made here are valid points. I mean, Arnold talks about the nostalgia, right? It's very true because on the 6th of March, and there's a certain feeling, even if we feel so, it is not worth celebrating because Osha was sitting in because am I truly independent? Because still we are relying on, you know, donor agencies. We have international partners who are assisting us. And, you know, yes, but it gave people a certain feeling, a certain nationalistic feeling, a sense of pride that I'm a Ghanaian, today is the day. And our independence cannot be belittled. You know, it's not. It is not a small achievement. You know, even if it happened so many years ago, it is still as relevant as it was then, as it is now. Until we can't say independence long ago. Until, you know, it's very, very important to celebrate our independence and to remember what we went through, because we are nothing without our history. It's very important. In Anamoah, I've never been a fan of it. Okay. I always had an issue with it. Say in Korani for long hours, you know, outside academy, for very good reasons, you know. And I thought, say, spending 15 million cedis on independence celebration is quite a huge amount. But also, we don't know the cost centers. You know, no one has given us the cost centers. So it is not fair to say Sika. We need to know what the cost centers were, where those monies went into. We need to analyze that before we conclude, say, you waste Sika. I mean, I think that's a very harsh word to use, say you waste Sika, when we don't know where the monies went to. It's very important that we understand that point. She also talked about what the regions were getting. You know, the local economy was always boosted, which was a very good idea. But if we decided to cut costs, we need to know where the savings will be going to. It is not enough to tell us that we are cutting costs. Yes, I mean, it's a line that we all love to hear, cutting costs. The moment if you're a citizen of any country and you've seen previous administrations, you've seen leaders splurge foolishly on certain things, and today you hear cost cutting. When you budget, because I always say, oh, yeah, say Sika in the past, as you see, you'll be say cost cutting, you will be happy. But we don't stop there. If we are doing the celebration at the forecourt of the Flagstaff House or Jubilee House, whatever they decide to call it these days, how much are we saving? We need to know. It should have been in that release. That information should be given to us. We need to know how much we are saving as opposed to how much we spent previous years. It is the last year, if it was 15 million, this year only 200,000 cedis. Then we know we really cut costs. But that saving, where is it going to? Because we are prioritizing job creation, healthcare, education, the well-being of people, the welfare of the people. So where is that saving now? So it is not enough to tell us that you are cutting costs. You must tell us where you are redirecting the cost to. So it is cost cutting versus cost redirecting. Do you understand? Yeah. So it's a very beautiful press release that makes everybody happy. But we need to look at the forest beyond the trees and understand, say, yes, you're cutting the cost. How much are you saving? And where is the money going to? Okay. I mean, that's my only issue with it. But I think that it's a very well thought through idea to scale down. I mean, if we're scaling down everywhere. But it's a great idea. But we need to ask more questions as media people. We don't just go on the radio and TV and get excited. Our job is to ask questions. How much money are you saving? Where are you putting the money into? That's my thing. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
On decisions I want to take this, you know, far and beside that's far.
Yes, that's
far, Charlie. You know, so it means you train on the administration contract because before the tension the hired will do You know, brilliant idea, you know, the Okano or the Okaso Bayeno. And I think I excited. One of the things Mrs. Takai is about redirecting funds, no, what can I say? Infanebeko, you know, and here because we shall no more be brave, I say the past 8 years, no more be brave, I say so. How are we going to fix and reset and I don't know any team there can say that's what we want to do no. Yeah, this can call him for aqua reset. You know, I think that's the most important thing. And we'll also can be say, yes, we are cutting down the lights, camera action here at the end, but we shouldn't forget the essence of our history. You know, I say you find a way of telling the story. My sister Isukai or Anamoah, you know. So I think ideally it should be something that will be educative for all of us on that day. So everyone say, if you tune in into any television channel on that day, our history should be playing back and forth near there. You know, if they have to buy airtime or partner with other television and radio stations so that we can tell the story. Because it won't be here. You know, I think that if they also did it concurrently on every channel, a best send strong signal. So you ever say 4 o'clock, the whole tune baby, that's what you see. You know, they should try and do that anyway to send a strong signal to what we do. So for me, I'm all about cutting costs because wastefulness there and bobia actually so much. You know, apart from we can say about first class travel, appointees our back the code of conduct. You know, I think he's on the right path. You know, and I'm very, very happy say Sanoa started. So it shapes the government. He's very, very humble. So if you are serving under him and you don't have that humility, I don't think you belong in that space at all. So Sanoa started, you know, so you born by any dinner on fire and any time like a good legacy for himself, his family, and the rest of.
Can I comment on the first class travels? Yeah, because I mean, I've seen all the interviews about, you know, ministers can't travel on first class, appointees can't travel on first class. I was listening to Kofi Adams, the sports minister, and also catch GFA force it applies to them. The truth of the matter is that it is only Emirates that offers first class service in Ghana. It's only Emirates. So Qatar doesn't do first. It does. They have the Q suite, so it's business.
I think there are 3 airlines in Ghana that does. Let me give you the name.
Okay. So British Airways does not do first class. They do business, premium economy, and then economy. KLM has business, then they have the economy. I don't know if they have the premium. Brussels. All the airlines, apart from Emirates, on the way first. Whilst I think that it's a great idea to deter our appointees from traveling first class, I think that we have to be sincere. Say, most people at their level travel business class. They travel unless they're traveling on Emirates, maybe for first class. So if you say at best travel business, that is what they've been doing anyway. So you're not cutting cost unless they're traveling on Emirates, which is offering the first class, and you're business class. But if you're on British Airways already, now to business class, will fight anyway in the past, all the time. It's I was a appointees, rather than premium economy. Yeah, because we are cutting costs. No, we are cutting costs.
Premium
I'm still okay.
3 airlines.
No.
Yeah, so that's
no.
Please, premium economy now. No,
the appointees should travel premium economy.
Not the business class.
Not business class.
Okay.
So if you are going on a trip in Europe and you're flying British Airways, or KLM or Brussels, and now Air France doesn't come to Ghana anymore, or any of those European airlines, and now America, Delta, United, right? They all do business, and then they have nice economy and then economy. It's, you know, our appointee should do the nice economy.
What about how are
we going to know where you are getting the but how do we know?
Once you are in government and yes, free government and all that. Absolutely. And Kasa, don't put it in anybody's head. Listen, Pacho. Yabano, una we conductor wa ha. Pacho. Me pacho. Say yama directive. We boss are mad directive. To me kase wo uska conform with government.
Absolutely.
Who usika conform with government. And I wabe president naturally the obey.
Okay.
What did they make an answer?
Private jet another call.
Natowa ufi obi wa wasem.
It's mpacho what about say who too quite. Na quite na who too. Ebia wo kotoje problem. Ebia wo sisi problem.
Element to
oh yes.
Save your knee. Save your knee.
Save your knee.
Because you know a lot of diplomats in Ghana, right? There are a lot of diplomats in Ghana. A diplomat, the head of every mission in Ghana represents their country's president, right?
Exactly.
Majority of them travel economy.
Yes.
They are not allowed to travel business class.
Exactly.
So if the head of mission of Switzerland, Switzerland, Netherlands, and not the UK, they are traveling on economy, and they remember how much money they pump into. If they are flying economy, who are we mere mortals?
Especially when we don't have the money.
Absolutely.
So now we don't have it.
That we've never had it.
You said we've never had it.
Oh, you see, who say if we share Sena ya running Ghana no, maybe my 5-year-old can run Ghana. Oh no, I'm telling you. Because what we have done is to
Are you
borrow.
being sarcastic?
No, I'm being actualistic. Because what we have done is to borrow and spend.
What's actualistic?
The opposite of
Actualistic.
Yes.
I support you.
What do you mean?
You know, so we cannot be borrowing and spending, when there's no, we don't put in work. I say, Empress, and we ministry, me borrow, no magic. We spending anyhow, you understand? We need to put in the work, be able to, we have a lot here, the only natural resource leaders, especially the past one, they have a sense. What you say, your BBI or gold, your magnesium or diamonds. You know all the natural resources in Yakubu, but I drink, in Nippon drink into your new one in by saying.
Yes,
so this is the time, put it together. And I'm sure, say, you see, what we've seen in the past 8 years, we don't even want to see it for 3 weeks. So, Sena, Mrs. Takai, so all these other diplomatic heads, embassies, bosses, no fly economy. You know, what are we going? We're going to fly what? Business or first class to go and borrow money? Does it make sense to you?
To attend meetings that are really not necessary.
Exactly.
Sometimes they could do virtual.
Exactly. You see, I don't know if you are following what Trump is doing in America. Yes. You understand? And he's determined. And for me who say His Excellency John Dramani, similar we should have that leader who have the courage.
At a calmer level.
Yes. You know, to have the courage to be able to say no matter what you do, this is what is good for us. Because and then let me share your friend is saying Trump on the way this guy or the genius Elon Musk, yes. Or can be a Thomas who share who share judges I think let me use the judges because now I don't know how to say judge I appointing Mrs. here years so wo ba aban so a wo president ko want to be sano years ni we are on to me call this petition be na bibi but when the juma pepe I want to me say but you campaigning you campaigned on a promise now wo ba aban mu no promise now also be no courts need fight it promise no and yes you know say it is good for the people so sometimes we do say will they align with you so that you do what is best for the majority because they are not the majority I'm vote here but they are not the majority so it made a lot of sense so we should be looking in that direction commending His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for doing what he's doing what you say again budget and we need to see there's something called full disclosure we need to see everything into almost 6 months to say Mrs. Takan say 100,000 Ghana almost mayen and he break down yes yes we deserve it
accountability
yes
that's what accountability is
what's every year be my
why next year ask no wasting why yeah you know and for me I'm excited because you see from now to whatever time, the average Ghanaian
the system is working.
No, yeah, you know, thanks to MPP for all the mess they caused. Yes, I'm telling you, kasa anyhow. Mr. Bejinawa, you know, no, they will say you can't say, and then me for Uber. Me for Uber, me almost see, me was so way too much. Hey, me boom, because I for advert.
You're the chief bully.
Thank you.
You're the chief bully.
Have you been watching the essay?
No, I watched the show.
The whole show?
Yes, I did.
Sister.
You're the chief bully.
We've been back at
I supported their boo can. And you're bullying, and they make sure they me.
I know now, starting to bully me.
Breaking down cost now. A bebwa. Quite a company who could be back from Brazil. Who sends them a buy. See, breaking it down, and said they hire a canopy Kuma. Over catching is a canopy back where $100 a year. Who's in here? Yes, you be a project. I support the fact say, young children, Tiani, you did, I hear he talk back up a I could be 7 cities where Abu one has.
Yes, as soon as 2023, we are Independence Day. Send us 15,000.
But even the 15 million, we were never told what the 15 million was used for.
It would have cost less if they did it in Accra.
I beg to differ.
There's no data to support that.
I beg to differ on that. But she's right when she says that. In Jamaica, we can't say that 15 million was wasted because we don't know what that 15 million was used for. But what we should have done, and also no government in this world is happy to render accounts, but that is why you need a strong media to hold the government to account. But if the media is always overly excited that the president is speaking, the president has said it, like the press release that came signed by Felix, a very beautiful press release, and everyone was excited about it, but the real questions were not asked. How much are we saving as opposed to previous years? We don't know that, but that is where accountability starts from. So what you say, we need to know, oh indeed, they really cut costs, they really saved our country, and this is what where the money is going. 15 million cedis is a whopping amount of money to spend on.
But I think say whole one of my and some road can go. So no,
the 15 million cannot be, the road cannot be part of the 15 million.
Road. Yeah, but
is it part of the 15 million?
So 15 million.
That's why we need to know the cost centers. So
that's
somebody's agenda.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
But that's the agenda. If the agenda is to spread the celebration, so that, like you said, the local economy is boosted.
So let me just let me just do some small math, right? When you're taking logistics, you know, from Accra just to Kaswa, it will cost you more than you are putting it up here in Accra.
Absolutely.
But then also bear in mind that those regions have also got the logistics at a cheaper rate.
Yeah, because if you're hiring chairs,
you get a chairs.
If you look at the magnitude of Muya, to say no man won't defeat Hane Koye. No, it's not an assumption. I know the people behind. I know the people behind the organization of the thing.
Which people?
Oh, I don't have to mention.
Why not? You need to be sincere.
I'm telling you the truth.
So who was behind it?
No, I can't put it out.
You can.
I can't put it out because we are talking about cost.
But it's public information, right?
So find it.
No, but you are.
No, I'm not a journalist.
So you
back your claims.
I don't want to back anything.
Chief bully of United Showbiz. Chief bully of United Showbiz. Yes, it is not enough to conjecture on a show. And hide behind, I am not a journalist. If you are not a journalist, then pack up and leave. And don't talk.
No, you're asking questions.
But if you're, because you suggested
we are not
that
in Parliament.
We are not in Parliament.
Yes, we are not the accounts committee.
No,
so I cannot give you.
So you're conjecturing.
No, I am not.
Yes, you are.
If it suits your purpose.
Because we need to know. Say indeed, and again, was it necessary to take chairs from Accra to Volta region?
Your former president was carrying chairs everywhere he was going.
What do you mean my former? It is our former president.
He has never been my president. And he will never be my president. He has never, I didn't vote for him. I didn't have a president for the last 8 years.
You didn't have to vote for him.
So he's not mine. It's yours, it's not mine.
Right.
For the last 8 years, I didn't.
You have no president.
No.
Right.
I'm carrying chairs around. Wasteful.
Boo. That was ridiculous, though.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
He should be.
He should be what?
Investigating. Boo. A special prosecutor. Breathe. Why not carry chair no? Boo. Chief bully. Okay.
Chief bully. You're the chief bully.
You say I bullied you the last.
But I watched the show. You bully everybody.
You
even bully the presenter.
Oh no. Oh see, hey. Who's it? Oh no, you're on to me. I'm the man they want to say. Challenge on to me, but any retaliation. And I say me setting me be right. Say, no start you. Mommy Kasa. Who say me?
Unless you want to mention the names of those who carry the chairs from
Michelle. Boo. Go on.
So in wrapping up, you know, I think it's in the right direction.
Okay.
You know, so they have to be transparent. You know, because they be every Ghanaian owes 19,000, BB 17,000. We don't know how we got to that figures. Almost spend so I know the end will be
Abusum de sem ni nyina AC na ma so say ni no we ofoforo na wonsa aka platform ya odo be like we be share leave you comment section ase asuna ka chiri adwakrum ya daje agibre akenkan amofoforo so ensa etimi akabi enye pese bi mkumnya share mofoforo so ensa intimi nkabi hanam di sem ni na AC makra